These protesters are demanding answers. They want to know what happened to their friend, Jamal Khashoggi. Some fear that he could now be dead.
They kidnapped him and now there is news that he's been killed. If this news is true, that is an awful crime that doesn't happen in all humanity history.
Turkish investigators have suggested the Saudi journalist was murdered inside the consulate and his body later removed, but they haven't provided any evidence to support this. Saudi Arabia denies the allegation. Khashoggi went to the mission last Tuesday to finalize his divorce, but then he vanished. Since the day he disappeared, the Saudi consulate has denied any knowledge of where Jamal Khashoggi might be. Consulate officials insist he left shortly after completing his paperwork, but his fiancée, who was waiting outside, says he never came back again. Turkish police asked to review cameras outside the consulate, but the staff say the cameras weren't recording. On Saturday, the mission allowed journalists from the Reuters news agency inside in an attempt to show that Khashoggi wasn't there.
I would like to confirm that the citizen Jamal is not at the consulate nor in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and the consulate and the embassy are working to search for him, and we are worried about his case.
Turkish police say 15 Saudi nationals flew into Istanbul on the same day Khashoggi disappeared. They visited the consulate and left later that day. There are no details on who these officials were. Khashoggi's been an outspoken critic of the Saudi government, and especially Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. He's opposed the Saudi blockade of Qatar, the war on Yemen, and the arrest of activists inside the kingdom. But Khashoggi's not just any critic. He used to be close to the Saudi royal family and served as an advisor to the government. Khashoggi doesn't describe himself as a dissident, but rather as someone urging reform in Saudi Arabia. After the arrest of several of his friends last year, his column in the Al Hayat newspaper was cancelled and he was told to stop tweeting. He then left Saudi Arabia and moved to the United States, where he began writing a column for the Washington Post. Relations between Turkey and Saudi Arabia are already strained. Ankara supports Qatar, which has been blockaded by Saudi Arabia since last year. Riyadh is also upset that Turkey has improved relations with Iran. But the potential murder of a Saudi national on Turkish soil could trigger a diplomatic crisis. Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdogan says he's monitoring the case.
Hala iyi niyetli. İnşallah diyorum o arzu etmediğimiz bir durumla karşı karşıya kalmayız. Tabii nişanlısının bu süreç içerisindeki beklentisi o da ayrı bir konu.
But if evidence is found that Khashoggi was murdered, what action will Turkey's government take? And should Saudi dissidents living abroad be concerned for their safety? Hyder Abbasi, The Newsmakers, Istanbul.